How's it going, six bitches? My name's Icini. I thought I'd do a room tour for you. Something I've been promising for probably like a month or so now. But I finally got my last piece of equipment, which I'm really happy about. So let's just start the tour. Right here, something I put in like, what? A month ago or something like that. Just my little game collection. I have a lot more. I just don't have any more here. They're all packed away at my dad's house. I have to go get them. Something I've been meaning to do, but I gotta dig out a whole bunch of stuff, and it's like every time I'm there. So yeah, I got a bunch of games I used to play as a kid. So I got some Rugrats here. I got some Pokemon Stadiums, a Battle Tank. This was actually one of the very first N64 games I ever played, and I loved it. I played it at a guy's house named Wyatt. So much fun. 007, Gex, Zelda, Pokemon Snap. I spent ages on this as well. Duke Nukem, actually one of the first N64 games that I actually beat. And Vigilante 8. This was an amazing game. I spent so long just cruising around the map, blowing shit up. I think the highest kill count that I ever got, because you could just keep going and going, was it called Endless or something like that? Anyway, I got up to like 108 cars destroyed before I finally died. It was insane! So let's, I guess, go with the lighting that I use now. So I just have these umbrella things set up. So I got two here, one over there. I'm not really happy where this one is. I'd much rather it right here, but I have to find longer pins, and I just haven't done that. It's not plugged in at all right now. I only use the one on the right and the one on the left. Then here is my giant pile of stuff. Just stuff that I sometimes use, sometimes don't, sometimes forget about, and then just sort of ends up there, and that's where it stays. I got a sweet gaming mouse. Nothing really about it. This is just my list of stuff that is in the computer, because I don't remember what's in my computer. I've built every computer that I've owned, but then I wanted a warranty, so then I had someone else build this at a proper shop, so I don't remember what the hell is in it. I got a 5.1 Dolby surround sound, so I got one there, and a wolf underneath. This is my MSI laptop. Okay, MSI. I know you're a really, really, really good brand for computing and PC gaming and shit like that, but man, I've had a lot of problems with this laptop. If I had the money, I would have smashed it to bits like 2 months after owning it. I hated it that much. The problem with this was the 770M video card never wanted to start on startup, so I had to constantly look for it in the when I was searching for new equipment in the computer. I had to do that every fucking time I rebooted. And then sometimes I had to reboot and then try it again just because it wouldn't work. So yeah, I had a lot of problems with this laptop. Not impressed at all. But now I sort of pretty much use it just for editing. So that way I can edit something while I can record something new on this monstrous 27-inch monitor. I believe this is a 22 and a half, I believe is what it is. This one is actually 144 hertz, which is why I got it, and I just love the size. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. Here is an AT2020 mic. Right, there we go. Man, my camera work really needs a lot of work. I did have a Blue Yeti, but I didn't really like how it sounded. And it turns out the reason why it sounded awful, which is why this sounded awful as well, is because I didn't know you could turn down the sensitivity of your mic within your computer. Turns out that's a real thing, and you should definitely do it if you're having any problems with your mic. Try that first versus buying a new mic. So what is in this fantastical of a computer? Oh, this is my AC backup battery power supply and surge protector. I only had a surge protector in here before. Now I've got both, and I'm pretty damn happy about it, because whoever wired this house sucks so much. Okay, so this used to be a normal house, and then they decided to make it into lower level for people to live in. Makes sense. Unfortunately, the person who did the wiring doesn't know how to do wiring, and the upstairs room that I'm in has got attachments downstairs to something, and once in a while when the guy downstairs is home, he ends up using that breaker, it pops, my computer goes off, which is why I got that. Story. Okay, so what is in this computer? I'm not going to be taking it out of spot right now because it is wedged in there, and the control, like the cords that are attached to all of this other stuff is not long enough. So what is in here? There's an i7 4790 CPU with a 3.6 gigahertz, 16 gigs of RAM. I want to up that to 32, but when I've got more money, to buy games, then I might consider buying more RAM. But since I don't use my desktop that often to actually render with, I'm not really concerned that much. Besides, I believe rendering uses more CPU than it does anything else. The other things that are in this is two GeForce GTX 970s. Freaking awesome. I love those things, and they're just so good. I haven't had any problems with them whatsoever. I got a 500 gigabyte SSD card for my C drive and a combined storage of 3 terabytes. Freaking lovely. I love my computer so much. So that is actually something I have been working towards getting for the past like 5 years. Not like incrementally saving up, like I want a computer. I want a gaming computer like so bad. Because the reason why I got this sumbitch, yeah, right there, this sumbitch, is when I went up north, I sort of got it as an excuse to myself. I was like, I'm gonna get myself a gaming laptop and I'm gonna spend all my extra time just gaming. I'm not gonna go to bars, not gonna do anything like that. I'm just gonna work hard in the oil field and then go home and game. Unfortunately, it worked out kind of like that, but not really, because I hate this fucking laptop. It's a lot better now, because what used to happen all the time is that the RAM would force it to shut off and turn back on. It turns out the people who I bought it from, which was, I can't remember their name, so I don't want to say it and get it wrong. But yeah, what happened was, it had like 8 gigs in it already, standard. So then I wanted to up it to 16, which they allowed. Unfortunately, I don't believe laptops allow you to use a second set properly. At least that's what I've been told. It doesn't utilize the second set, even though it has slots for them. And this laptop requires 1.5 volt RAM. Anything lower than that, it just goes, nope, blue screen, nope, blue screen, you're an idiot, blue screen. And that was the problem. And so I sent it back to the company like twice, and they're like, no, nothing's wrong with it. We've checked everything. Everything's good. No. So I did my own research and then fucking reamed them out. I was so mad at them. By that time that I figured out the problem and was like, hey guys, it's your screw up. I want my money back. They're like, oh, no. You don't get your money back. It's past the due date. Like for the warranty of getting your money back warranty. I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Anyway, doesn't matter. And then right here is just a tablet that I use to watch the streams with, like the chat. At least that's what I try and do. Typically I have to watch it on this thing because this thing is dead. This thing charges so incredibly slowly. And this is my dog. Ever so cute. She's just laying there lifeless, except for the tail there, because it's so warm in this house right now. It's just like, I'm dying. Wow, I'm dying. And that is exactly where my dog sleeps while I either play games or edit or whatever. We chill out quite a lot. And this is my chair. I love this chair. Best chair I've ever had. Turns out I lean really hard to the right, and I don't know why. It's probably not very good for the chair. I can already feel it sort of leaning. It's not good. This is my other chair that I've got for friends that come over to game with me. I got a mattress just in case gaming goes too late till 1, 2, 3, 5 in the morning. And it's like, you know what? It's just time to pass out. It's time to pass out. Nice little fan right there. Keeps me cool while I game. Luckily, the mic doesn't pick it up because, you can change the gain levels in your computer. It's awesome. Green screen, mainly because I didn't like my background when I first started doing YouTube. What was I? I was in Fort St. John in the house, and everything was echoey as shit, which is exactly why I have all this stuff. This is foam for a queen size mattresses. I think I have 6 of these up, and it does a very, very good job for just not allowing sound to bounce off the walls and back into the mic, but it is a terrible, terrible sound for actually keeping volume in the room. Absolutely awful. Anyway, so I didn't really like how my background was in Fort St. John, and then I started doing some work in camp when I was in the oil field camps, so I actually set up a green screen right behind the desk that they put in your room, and then the maid would come in and like, what are you doing in there? You have lights, you have a laptop, you have cameras, you have green screen, what the hell's going on in there? I actually had a lot of questions from my coworkers as well. I was like, what are you doing? I hear screaming from your room all the time. And over here, massively cluttered closet, unfortunately. I have my sort of goals wall and stuff like that. So I got like hustle and grind up here. I got goals. Speaking of which, up to 220 subscribers. I love you guys so much. You guys are freaking amazing. Keep this stuff up. I'm excited. I want to do a charity live stream at like 1,000 subscribers. And what I'm going to do is, the hell was it? I had a hairdo. Okay, if you look at my icon for my YouTube, the half and half thing, I actually did that in real life. And, what the hell was it? It was after a rugby game. I told the guys I would shave half my head, provided that we make it into the finals for that rugby season. And turns out we actually got into the finals. The little thing that I didn't know was the finals was a month away. So I actually had to walk around town with a clean-shaven, half beard, the other side just bushy and just growing wild, and the same thing for my head. Every day I had to shave half my head, and then the other side was just floppy as all shit. The funny thing is that when we finally played the final, I scored a try, and people were like, "Yeah, Sterling!" Because they saw this side of my face. And then I started walking back to the center of the field, and like, who the hell just scored? Yeah, they had no idea who the hell, like, literally, I just completely changed, because this side sort of looked like a nice, presentable person, some sort of shaggy long hair, clean shaven, but all of a sudden just bushman beard, and then nothing. So I could literally do this and be two people. It was pretty cool. Also, I have lost, I think, 7-ish pounds since I've started this, and I haven't really been focusing on the views a month. I had get wife pregnant on here somewhere, but I think she cutely enough took it off herself. And then some other time goals and stuff like that, which I haven't really been focusing on because I have been doing it, at least for the most part. I just haven't been ticking it off, which is what I gotta do, but whatever. And then some other stretch goals and other stuff like that. I really want to learn Chinese. If there's any language that I want to... Look at this dog. Oh my god, it's just so adorable. Hey, TARDIS? Pets. Want pets? Want the pets? Oh, pets. Oh, I love you, puppies. Anyway, one of the languages that I would definitely learn if I had the brain power, because I've tried learning languages before, just with no success, is Cantonese. And that's mainly because a lot of business is done in that language, and it is like one of the, at least top 5 languages, not the second language most spoken in the world, I think. Don't hold me to that quote, I have no idea. But yeah, I think that is pretty much everything that I've got going on in this room. Man, my camera work is shitty. Good thing I'm not a vlogger. Although if I was, then I suppose my camera work would be a lot better. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you like this, let me know. Please subscribe, all that. I am a lot more, what the hell is that? Active on Twitter and Instagram now. I'm sort of working on how to do Snapchat and all this, but I haven't really worked that out. I think what I'm going to be doing, since I'm actually going to the gym every day, I've been trying to run 2 miles every day for the past week so far, and I want to keep that up for a minimum of a month, and then hopefully continue on from there, and then actually lose some weight, because I really, really, really want to be like, 220, 250 pounds by the time my child arrives, so at least I look good in the pictures. So oh yeah, and a printer. That thing's been coming in handy so much lately. I love that thing. This is how I do all of my, what the hell is it? Streams. I don't use this camera, which this camera is only a Canon VIX IA-HF R62, if that means anything to you. I don't know, it's a pretty good camera. It's just a regular old video camera. I don't see anything special about it. And I love my Sega Game Gear. I only had one game for this. And it was... Shit, the hell game was that? I had one game! One game to remember, and I can't do it. Anyway, so thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all in the next video. Give me a high five. Make them dance. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Something else that I forgot to mention to you is that because I'm trying to start a business and I got some other commitments like a kid on the way and a few things like that, I unfortunately have to spend a little bit less time on YouTube, so which means no weekend videos for now. I hope to be starting that back up. I don't know when, but for now it's gonna be no weekend videos. And no, back to the charity idea is when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I would like to do a charity live stream And if we raise like, I don't know, $50, $100 for whatever cause, I'm gonna shave half and half again. But this time, I'm gonna have to make myself a shirt that says, I did this for charity. And hopefully people will understand that, because when I first did that, when I did it the first time, holy sweet Jesus, people were talking about me all over the place, which is good, but they were more like, who the hell is that idiot? Why would he do that? What the hell's the point? Now I have to wear a shirt that says, I did this for charity, and then people will hopefully understand.